Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 75 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
To kick off for Detroit.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now on first down. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
It's a gain of 8.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over.
23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now the first NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Now second and 6.
Play action. Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this this one is down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7 yards.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. And he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. And he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On first down, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Kaepernick now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Score Lions 20, Bears nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Agnew now to return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
6-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, it's Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears get a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Khalil back in on
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. And some room to maneuver. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Kaepernick. And able to find Graham, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Jimmy Graham, 29 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
On the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Play by Kyle Fuller.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Bears take over.
47-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They run with Patterson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is good.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, here's Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Bears' 44-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Back at the 48-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
at the 26-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on second down. To throw, Kaepernick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That second down play, that's a -4.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
David Montgomery.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
40-yard line.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Patterson on the carry. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, it's Patterson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Second and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle, a huge man, hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Detroit. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Lions 27, Bears 20.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not to sneak and
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Once again, it's Swift. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 71 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Lions 34, Bears 20.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Lets this one and got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Gain of 31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To throw, Kaepernick. Pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now left side on this swing pass. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Trying to improvise. He may try and run for this. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert, and the Lions will take over. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. But remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
37-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, Stafford here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deshaun Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Kaepernick now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Kaepernick, they're going for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
The turnover on down.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
No,